As a result of the outbreak, you're simply going to have reached maybe a compromising agent. If conditions at your location make this a possibility, you need to consider staying in place until the flood has subsided or blown over.
Now, this might seem like a lame story to you, but I want you guys to remember that we all start somewhere. Years ago, I got my very first car, a Toyota Camry, and coincidentally, my friend Naoki also got the exact same car. A few months into owning our cars, he started modifying the thing. He started getting wheels, he started tinting tail lights, and me being the competitive guy that I am, I wanted to one-up him. Now, over the course of those first few months, scouring the internet, looking for different modifications that I could do to the Camry, I discovered the JZX100 Toyota Chaser. It was mind-blowing to me that there was a rear-wheel drive, straight-six version of the Toyota Camry. It made me start watching a bunch of YouTube videos. I started watching Noriaro, started watching Adam LZ when he first got his, and when the opportunity came up for me to get one of these things, there was no way that I could turn it up. So guys, I bought this car for me, not for YouTube, not for anyone else, not to flex, for myself. And unfortunately, in the past year and a bit, I basically neglected this thing. Haven't been able to work on it, and that's because we've been focusing on growing the channel. We've been doing more budget-related builds for you guys, like the Lancer, the AU Falcon. Unfortunately, cars like this are unrelatable to most people as they're worth tens of thousands of dollars. When I first picked it up, they weren't worth that much money, but you gotta bring out like a house deposit now to own one of these things, which is kind of sad. But because the channel has finally grown pretty big, we're almost at 100,000 subscribers, it's given me the opportunity to spend a little bit more time and effort on the JZX100 Chaser. Over the past few weeks, I've been accumulating some hectic JDM goodies. It's in this big box. We're gonna unbox it. We're basically gonna be changing the way that this car feels for the driver, for me, and I want to bring you along on this journey. However, guys, if you don't like the content, I'm sorry. I'm making this for myself. And I know that there's some of you out there though that do enjoy the Chaser content. So I know those people are going to enjoy the updates, but let's get this thing unboxed. I'm super excited for basically version 3 of the Toyota Chaser. Today it all changes because, guys, we have got some JDM goodies at the bottom of this beautiful set as well. Just in this drawer, boys, we got some more parts. These aren't JDM, these are actually made and manufactured in Canada. Dude, I've bought so many parts, I don't even know what I've got anymore.
$5,000 worth of parts.
Alright guys, we finally have everything unboxed. It actually took like 25 minutes to unbox everything. So on this half of the table, we have all the rear stuff that's going in over the next few days. But basically we got, I think these are toe arms, rear camber arms, lower control arms. We have rear uppers, and we also have these tension arms too. So basically they're all adjustable. They're basically all pillow ball as well. So everything is going to feel really responsive in the rear of the car. And to help with that as well, we also have some Serial 9 solid subframe bushings. I'm so excited to put these in because I've been in a car with solid bushings before. Shout out to Cody. It completely changes the car. Onto the front of the car on this part of the table, we also have some extended 25mm lower control arms, and what this will do is it'll bring out the front ever so slightly. So we have probably around 5 degrees of camber, and that will help with drifting. That'll make it more responsive steering and all that. As well as that, we also have an angle kit, baby. This is all you need, guys, for a chaser, basically to have angle. So what these are is their Serial 9 AK-49 knuckles, and what they do is they move the pivot point of the standard arms closer in towards the hub, and that will allow for more travel and more movement, so more response in the steering and ultimately more angle.
Lick the ball joint.
Oh!
Tasty.
So these neighbors that live just down the road, literally a few houses away, and we need to clear up some space, so I thought may as well give them the bikes. And I don't know if you guys even missed this content on the motorbikes, but they're going to these boys, so we'll probably see them around. Just be careful, all right?
Yeah.
Just be careful.
Be good.
Be good.
Be good.
They go fast. They go really fast. So I'm
Yeah,
sure
I
you know
know.
because you got a 70cc bike.
Yeah.
Alright, we'll get the other one. Oh, there's actually something wrong with that one. The chain falls off on that. So you gotta, I don't know. New chain or tighten it up.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure.
Alright.
I didn't bother.
I'm Callum.
Callum and
Julian.
Julian. These boys are gonna be now doing some illegal things around the streets, aren't you? Don't do that.
No, not around the streets.
Alright, good man. Benny, I'm not gonna give them fuel, but I'll give them the oil to mix the fuel with. 2-stroke boys. There you go.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Alright guys, so we've had these tires on the car for a while now, and I don't know what's going on, but they're like chewing up like crazy. And yeah, we're running like quite a decent amount of camber. It's crazy because the other side is way worse than this. There's like cord showing, like delaminated or something. I'll show you that in a second, but what the hell?
Holy.
Dude.
Wait.
Yeah, bro, I don't understand, because when I took these wheels off last, I was test fitting Lachlan's wheels that are now on his Sylvia. These were fine. They weren't even that bad, but... Oh, you're joking me. It's currently 6:30, so it's a little bit dark. We went and got some dinner, but we're back on the tools, baby. Pita!
Pizza bread on the tools.
Pizza bread on the tools. Oh. So we're just removing the subframe mounts now. So there's 4 bolts on each side at the back. And then we have 2 more at the front, 1 there, and 1 on the other side too. And we also have the jack supporting the diff right now. Hopefully we've got it centered up. I don't think there's anything else we need to disconnect. Hopefully not. But if there is, we'll find out about it soon. Oh, stop. Oh, the ABS. The ABS. No. Alright guys, the subframe is now out of the car. Look at that. It was actually really easy to get the subframe out. Didn't take that much effort at all, but we did run into one problem, and that was the ABS sensors. They did not want to come out of the hub. As you can see, they're like sort of right there. I've had to leave them in, and I've disconnected them from the inside of the car, so that's why we've got the cable dangling here. But other than that, guys, the subframe is looking pretty good. It looks like there's no cracks. These are prone to crack with more power going through the car, but luckily it doesn't look like mine's cracked anywhere. You can see that we did the diff bushings a while ago. If you watch that video, we've had diff bushings the entire time, and that absolutely changed the car. So that's why I'm super excited to install the solid subframe bushings. I reckon that's gonna just change the entire driving experience. So we're gonna get started on this thing. We're gonna start stripping the subframe, get rid of all the arms, the sway bar, the mounts, and just go ham basically.
Okay, I take my pizza out.
Alright, we're running into a bit of a problem. We're not actually able to get the other 4 arms out because I'll show you with the other arms because this is what's going on. But basically, in every single arm, there's this like metal cylinder right here. And to hold this arm onto the subframe, there's a bolt. And the bolt goes through. And what's happened is over time, this bolt has rusted in place of the other arms we can't get out. So we've been reaming on the bolts, right? And instead of turning the bolt, it's turning the bushing inside of the arm. So I'll show you down here. So we can't actually get these bolts out because they are stuck inside that little cylinder that I was talking about. And every time we move this, we're just loosening the rubber inside. So we're gonna have to get some heat or something. And yep, that sucks. So yeah, it's also these ones as well, the lower control arm, the camber arm, whatever you want to call it. And also same with the sway bar end links. We can't get these loose, but I've decided to do the other job that we need to do on the subframe. We have already successfully removed one of the subframe bushings that we need to take out. So this just goes here, as you can see. And the beautiful thing about Toyota is they make everything kind of easy for you unless it rusts. But yeah, it's split from factory. So they're actually really easy to take out. So man, screw your S chassis, JZX baby. So what's gonna go in place of this are these right here. So that'll just slot right there, hammer that in. Should just press fit in really nicely. And then there's another one at the bottom that'll also just go straight up. So we're gonna do the other side. I'm gonna show you. They're so easy to do, it's ridiculous. And that's it, look at this. Just some little force right there. And this, it's coming out, bro. How insane is this? I remember when Lachlan and Nathan did their subframe bushings, because they got S15s, pain in the ass. But it's hard to be humble when you have a JZX, guys. So yeah, you can literally see the split right there. It's split there, and it's split there. Bro, it's literally just coming out. Look at that.
Too good.
Bro, barely any force, man. Get it. Oh. That's right, baby. JZXO all the way. Neighbors are looking at me like I'm crazy. The bolts can't be rusted if they're liquid. We're gonna put a lot of heat through the bolts and hopefully we can loosen them after that. But I'm terrified of using this thing, but you gotta get over that fear, I guess. So the flame method didn't work, guys. I mean, it worked for something. It worked for half the job. I was able to get the sway bar end links off, only on the sway bar side, not the control arm side. But the more annoying thing is that the heat didn't work on the arms. Alright guys, well, I got humbled pretty quickly. Not gonna lie. So what I've found is that I reckon there's one design flaw with the Toyota eccentric bolts. So what they use to adjust camber basically is a bolt that's got a notch in it, so that you can put a little plate on. So Lachlan's gonna demonstrate. You can move this portion here and it will change where your arm sits. Lachlan, if you put it up, when this is this way, that'll mean that the arm is more in, and when it's the other way, it'll mean that the arm is further out. So you can have some sort of adjustment there. Now, because there's that slit all the way through the bolt, it means that there is a little gap between the bushing sleeve and the bolt itself. And of course, over the years, look, you might be able to see it here, but over the years, that little gap enables little bits of water, metal, dirt, and debris to get in there. And I guess over time, they get seized. This morning I went and bought some more Recipro blades and the Recipro just wasn't working, so as you saw I brought out the big guns and we just started using the angle grinder. So this is what I was talking about. If you were confused from a little bit ago, you can see that the insert and the bolt has fused together over the years and I can't tap this out at all. It's stuck in there, and same with the other ones right here. And you can see there's like a little gap in between the bushing sleeve and the bolt, which of course allowed for some dirt and water to get in. So that was the exact reason why we couldn't get it out. That's why I had to chop them out. And now we're gonna drop the subframe, which is now fully stripped to get sandblasted. It's all clean now. Just need to throw it in the car, take it to the sandblasting place, hopefully get it back maybe later today, and then potentially start welding. We'll see how we go. Bit of a mission, guys, but the finish line is almost there. Alright, because nothing went to plan, guys, at least something has to work out today. So, as some of you guys might know on Instagram, if you follow me there, we bought a steering wheel for this thing. I've got a Nardi. It's actually over in that box over there. And we're having problems fitting the Nardi because we didn't have the correct boss kit. I originally ordered an OT42 boss kit from HKB, and that wasn't the right part number. And a lot of the guys were saying, I think it was like OT202 was the right part number for the HKB boss kit. However, on the HKB boss kits, they have like a weird cutout on the rubber bit that covers the rest of the clock spring. I didn't want that. I didn't want that cut out because it kind of looks tacky. It'll work, and HKB is a really good brand, but I decided to get myself a Works Bell boss kit. And here we are. I've already kind of test fitted everything. Here's the part number right there if you want to fit one on your JZX100. It's a Toyota 535S Works Bell boss kit, and unfortunately they're worth a lot of money, so we did spend a pretty penny. But check this out. So quick release standard steering wheel, right? Are they right, Alex?
Oh yeah.
I am on. You check this out, baby. So this is what I was talking about when I made that Instagram post. I wanted a kit that would include factory plugs in order to get rid of the airbag light and also have like a proper thing for the horn. So look at this. I can disconnect the factory wiring and I can plug this thing in, included in the Works Bell package. As you can see, it clicks right in and that will go to the horn. And if I want to delete the steering bag light, look at this, I've got a resistor. How sick is that? So we just plug that in and that'll get rid of the airbag light. But my favorite part about this kit, so the HKB boss kit would have come with all that too, but my favorite part about this kit is the fact that it is a complete circle rubber piece that covers the clock spring. Dude, that's pretty close to me, man. We're not going to install the steering wheel just yet because I do want to feel the car with the standard wheel after we do all the suspension stuff. Because if I was to change the wheel and the suspension at the same time, it won't give me an accurate feel of what the car is like with all the suspension upgrades. Because changing the steering wheel does surprisingly a lot in terms of feedback. So I want to feel it with the stock wheel, then we'll feel it with the new wheel. I haven't even shown you guys the Nardi, but next video, I reckon. Next video, we're going to be welding up the subframe, hopefully. We'll be dropping it off to get sandblasted and hopefully installing some of these arms. We're going to do the rear first, then the front. I'm super excited. Hope you guys enjoyed. And the Chaser is back, guys. To support the Chaser, we will be doing some more merch very, very soon. I got some designs on the way that'll be sent off to my suppliers, and we'll be getting some merch very, very shortly. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Catch you later. Ooh. Did you hear that resonance? Doesn't sound like there's anything in there, bro.
There's not.